Hey guys, do you like heavy metal? Do you like video games, comic books, movies, theme parks, or even cool TV shows? We've got the place for you. Metal Geeks. Time to rock out with your geek out. Here are your hosts, Cary the Metal Geek, Dave, and George. Geek it out, fellas.
Welcome, my friends, to episode number 247 of the Metal Geeks podcast. I am one of your hosts. I am Cary the Metal Geek. Along with me is... Oh, wait a minute. Nobody else is here normally. Brutal Dave is not here, and Brutal George is not here. He's brutal this
Brutal
time.
George.
He's not very brutal. Not so brutal, George. So I have very special guests on this episode. I have with me the team, Robin and Steve, behind the Escape Adventures YouTube channel. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us, Cary. It's great to see you guys again.
Yeah, and we're going to get into all that, but I also want to bring on one more special person. This is somebody that I see more often than you guys. This is the voice from the other room. This is my wife, Kimmy, whatever you want to call yourself. Kimmy Borgir?
Whatever, just Kim. At least you didn't say more than I would like to see, so thank goodness you didn't say that.
Well, I didn't have to. So this is a very special episode. You notice that Dave and George aren't here, so we want to discuss the cruise we were just on. The end of December, we went on New Year's cruise, and we met these guys on the ship, and it was a good time.
Certainly was.
So much
Absolutely.
fun.
Really fun.
Absolutely.
We were just watching, right before we started recording, we were watching your guys' video on the drinks on the, we should say what ship it was. We were on the Carnival Jubilee, the new flagship in the Carnival fleet. It's we were on the second ever sailing on that ship. Is that correct?
Yep,
That is
100%.
right.
Yep.
Second sailing.
Yeah, we were supposed to be on the inaugural back when it was going to be a Thanksgiving cruise, but that got moved, and then we didn't think we were going to be able to get on when we did. But a spot opened up on the New Year's cruise. We were Alyssa from EECC Travels. She had booked the original cruise for us, and she happened to book this one and said, "Well, we're going to be on it too. If you guys want to go," we're like, "Yeah, absolutely."
Yeah, we originally booked with her on her travel company, ECC Travels, and that was it was like a year and a half ago. We got that notification that your sailing has been canceled.
Yeah.
So I immediately called Carnival. I said, "What can we do?" They said, "Well, we haven't refunded you yet, so we can move you to another sailing." I was like, "Well, give us the next sailing," and it was already booked. So I guess it was Kismet, fate. That we got the New Year's.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, that would have been our first Thanksgiving cruise, and this was our first New Year's cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think New Year's was better. It's
it
gotta be
was.
better.
Oh,
100%. Yeah, and I'm sure we'll get into it a bit. There was a large number of kids on our sailing, but I heard that it was twice as many on the Christmas sailing right before that.
Oh, I bet.
And I imagine Thanksgiving probably would have been a lot more families as well.
Mm.
I didn't really see a lot
if
of
they had sailed
kids.
at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Right. I'm glad they took care of what they needed to take care of, because it was a good ship.
It was. They seemed more polished than I thought that they would be.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
remember
for the most part,
a bunch of YouTubers and people like the first week, the Emerald's Bistro, apparently it was missing a 7.
Oh, was it?
So I guess by the time we got on, they had the extra 7 on their name. I guess it had not shipped yet or something. I don't know.
Get that glue gun.
Right, exactly.
Right.
And
We're stuck at USPS.
Yeah.
It was probably stuck at the post office somewhere. That's right.
Most things were up and running. The only thing that I noticed that weren't were the large screens in the middle. Those are supposed to be able to move and be a window during the day, and they weren't able to do that. So
right, yeah. Oh yeah, where the what was the name of that area? The big.
It's the oh gosh, how quickly it fades.
I know, right?
You got the book right there.
Oh yeah, I did. I pulled out the book just in case.
I had the book for reference handy.
Nice.
You haven't sold that on eBay yet? Come on.
No.
Me either.
Would
I've
never.
seen it on eBay. I actually looked on eBay for Jubilee stuff, and that's going for like $150 already.
How much are those jackets going for? Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, way too much.
Couldn't even get a glimpse of one.
That first day,
So,
so they had these.
Oh, Grand
inaugural,
Central. Wasn't it called Grand Central?
That
The
sounds
Grand
right.
Central. It is in the Grand Central area,
Grand
but
Atrium,
it's
maybe,
got a
something like
name.
that?
It's like Seaview Theater is what I'm thinking.
What were you saying, Cary? I
that-
apologize.
So yeah, that first day they had these like exclusive, like I guess wind jackets or something like that.
Yeah.
Inaugural.
Right.
So we went to that, which is the merch shop on the ship was in a weird place. It's like right in the middle of a restaurant and bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very weird.
Right.
I thought that was
we'll get to
odd.
we'll get to the layout of the ship in a little bit, but
Right.
we saw that long line. We're like, yeah, we're not getting in that line. So we just walked. They're like, you can just go into the shop.
Center
So I
stage.
wound up getting a hoodie, which was what I wanted. I didn't care about the other jacket. So
Right. I don't think we're not merch buyers. We're not in
Yeah.
their realm.
We're not big. Yeah, we're not big.
I don't
merch
buy
people at all.
much.
We buy. We buy a model
buy
of
the
the ship.
ship.
We always buy a model of the ship on every
Yeah.
the first time we go on a ship, we buy a model.
okay.
And that's our big souvenir purchase usually
Mhm.
for sometimes the cruise, but
Yeah.
usually
Right.
usually we get some shirts in Cozumel. There's a store we like to go to in Cozumel, Blue Mar. They always have lots of good Sugar Skull shirts, and you tend to buy one.
Okay.
of those.
Yeah,
Ah.
I've been wanting to get one of those.
Yeah,
You should say just your memories are your souvenirs.
yeah.
Yeah.
I came back.
true.
I came back with a different souvenir from this trip. I came back with COVID. So
Yeah, I also came back with something that they said was not COVID, but was
Yeah.
COVID. Yeah.
yeah, because I felt bad like that we got off on Saturday, and I started feeling bad like Sunday and Monday. I was just like, no. So
Yeah.
I was working from home those next couple days. And Tuesday, I was like, you know what? I'm finally gonna go. I'm gonna go see my doctor because it's not getting better. They made me go in, like drive up to the doctor in the car. They brought it out to the
Yeah.
car, and
Oh,
I
geez.
did a test already at home. It was negative, and they like
Yeah.
half an hour later, I had my little virtual meeting or doctor appointment. They're like, "Yep, you're positive." I'm like,
Wow. Isn't that fun? I had one at the doctor's office too, but it was definitely negative. And I said, well, I think that I got it at the end of the cruise somewhere.
Yeah.
Probably the piano bar where we were, but
Maybe.
oops. But yeah, it was a nasty version, but it was, I got through it. Just
Hashtag
I
worth
took
it.
time off.
Yeah.
I had to take 2 weeks off.
She got
Wow,
what,
really?
what cruise did you get COVID on?
I got COVID after the Panorama.
The Panorama cruise, yeah, the EECC group trip we did on the Panorama. We got
Oh,
COVID
wow.
when we got home.
It was the 50th anniversary cruise thing.
the first time, the first time I ever got COVID. I've only had it twice. The first time was from another cruise, Carnival cruise.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
which is weird because we went on in 2023. We went on 2 Royal Caribbean ships, right?
Yeah.
Right,
Yes.
We went on
Yes.
not that
Voyager.
Voyager.
No, Netscape
and
never go to the sea. And Adventure, maybe?
Adventure.
Yeah, it is seas.
Neither of those trips we got any kind of sickness, nothing. But Carnival, both times, the last 2 Carnival trips, I've gotten COVID. I don't know what
Interesting.
that tells you.
Yeah. Well,
too many variables.
technically ours have she got after the Carnival Panorama and then after the Carnival Jubilee. But I mean I
got it one other time too.
yeah, but it wasn't after a cruise.
Yeah, it was.
Mhm.
Because that's when I got really sick and I was
That was
off
the
for a
Panorama.
month and a half. Was that
That was the Panorama was the
Wow.
first time you got it. Yeah.
They meld together after
Yeah.
a while.
I know.
Literally.
Yeah,
They do.
But Royal Caribbean, like they're more adamant about cleanliness and health. Like anytime you walk into that into the buffet area, you have to
Washing.
wash your hands.
Yeah.
Wash-
Right,
wash
yeah,
it,
yeah.
Washy,
They're
washy.
a lot more stringent
Yeah.
about it
Yeah.
on most other ships. Most of the lines besides Carnival, I have noticed. Carnival, they have drinks. They have some hand washing stations you can you can utilize, but they certainly
very
don't.
much.
People don't.
No, and they don't force you into it like they do on other cruises. Like Royal
And
Caribbean, it's like we walk in the cafeteria to get our cups filled, and they're like, wash your hands.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going anywhere near food.
Yeah.
I know.
Like we're just filling our
Yeah.
cups. Like you still have to do it. I'm like, okay.
We're gonna get
fine.
into. I want to get into that with you guys, like Royal Caribbean versus Carnival, because I know we've both been on those 2 ships. Are there any other cruise lines you guys have done recently?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
we've done. Well, our first one was Disney. Disney was our first cruise. We had a fantastic deal. It was $700 for a 5-day cruise for the two of us.
For both
it was it was a stupid
Back
amazing
when.
deal. Yeah, back when. Yeah. And then we've done Carnival, we've done Norwegian, we've done Holland, we've done Royal. She's done Celebrity. I haven't done Celebrity, and you've done. Was there another one you've done that I haven't? Just Celebrity.
MSC?
No, neither of us done MSC. We're avoiding MSC because every video I've seen, MSC is terrible. They seem to if you go Aqua Clash, you seem to have a better experience, but. Unless you're planning to eat just pizza, because I've heard their pizza is the best in the fleet. The rest of their food looks pretty awful.
I like pizza.
I know the MSC Seascape or Sea something is coming to Galveston next year.
Yeah, I was disappointed that when I saw that MSC was building a new terminal and it wasn't Celebrity or Virgin or someone like that. That we'd be a little more interested in.
I would love to. Virgin Cruise it very definitely interests me. Our very first cruise. Yeah. Was a Disney cruise, and then we spent many years not going on one until basically the pandemic. Really, in the pandemic, we went on a couple here and there over the years. We took your niece on one for her high school graduation. That was 2017, and then we wanted to go to Vegas. We're like, okay, we're tired of the pandemic. We want to go somewhere, and it was cheaper to go on a cruise. And they kept on sending us deals. We're like, all right, let's go.
Which Disney ship were you on? Was it on the Wonder out of Galveston?
What's that?
Was the Disney ship the Wonder out of Galveston?
No, it was our honeymoon. We actually went to Florida. It was the Magic, I believe.
Gotcha.
I haven't been on one of the bigger Disney ships yet.
No.
The Wonder's one of the smaller ones. It's like the Magic.
It might have been the
Magic
Wonder. I was thinking it was the Wonder because I think we were making an Oneaters joke.
Yeah, we did make the Oneaters joke.
Oneater.
Right. I've been looking at the Wish, a bunch of YouTubers go on the Wish, and that. There's only a couple things on that ship that I would interest me, like the Marvel restaurant, but everything else I don't really like it that much.
No,
I've seen the Marvel restaurant so many times on other channels that I feel like I've done it. I have to say,
I've seen the show.
Have I done that? Have we done that, or is that just sticking in my head?
Deja vu at this point.
Yeah, it's like
but I don't care.
Like all the cruise lines, they do entertainment different. Carnival is the leader in entertainment. Carnival, there is something going on every moment of every day up until 11 or so, where everything shuts down pretty much. But Carnival has something. Now Disney, they don't have much going on unless you're looking do a princess meet and greet, or if it's a Star Wars Day at Sea and you're doing the character meet and greets, or a Marvel Day at Sea. There's your trivias and things like that, but they don't have nearly the stacked event calendar that Carnival does, and neither does Norwegian or anybody else for that matter. Every cruise line has their own flavor of entertainment and how things flow, though.
Yeah.
We're going. So we're booked for my 50th birthday, which is later this year. We're going on. The Harmony of the Seas.
Yeah, Harmony, correct. Yes.
Nice.
There's rumors that the Wonder of the Seas is going to be coming to Galveston, which I'd be interested in that.
Oh yeah, I love that Allure.
Yeah, Allure would be great. The
Allure was here. I think Allure was here, but it moved. Yeah,
we didn't.
We did the Allure out of Galveston.
Yeah,
we've had a lot of discussion recently. This is a heavy metal podcast in general, where I've missed it for years and years and years. I've never gone. There's a show or a cruise every year called 70,000 Tons of Metal. It's not. I guess the first one was on a ship that was only 70,000 tons, but not anymore. There's 60 bands that play, and they play all day and all night, and they convert the pool deck area into a huge outdoor stage. And I've had some friends go on it, and we watched a video the other day, a guy just walking through the show, and here's the schooner bar, and there's this band doing meet and greets over here, and then walk into the Studio B, and there's a band playing, and then I'm like, all right, we're going. Whatever it takes, we're going to go next year. So
well, like I said, when I said that she's been on Celebrity and I haven't, the Celebrity she's been on was the 80s cruise.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It was awesome.
What bands played?
Rick Springfield was why I was there particularly, but
Ricky.
I've been following him around forever. But he was there, and then it was Katrina from Katrina on the Waves We had there was a cover band that was there.
They didn't. She didn't bring the waves. She figured there was already.
Yeah, exactly. She ditched the waves. There was already enough waves.
Was it more of a calm?
The waves
river,
were outside the ship on that one.
Yeah.
Wasn't the guy from the Knack there?
No, not the Knack. It was oh gosh, God, there were so many, and I'm looking at them. Loverboy.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
It's not question mark.
It's fun though, right? Just to sing a bunch of concerts.
God, yes.
Like
And you know,
it's a party.
It's a charter cruise, so you know it's different than a regular cruise. Like you know, when you're on Carnival, your drink limit's 15. There is no drink limit on a charter cruise. You know, you can drink until you die of alcohol poisoning.
And you could.
They were saying I know on 70,000 Tons, my friend Justin from the Metal Exchange just went on there, and he's really convinced me to go. But I know there's no drink packages on those chartered cruises, so everything's out of pocket. That's okay.
Oh,
yeah,
we had them.
Did you really?
It depends on the charter, obviously, but the 80s cruise, it was included.
Yeah, ours was included because I've traveled with like 5 crew, like Rick Springfield and friends, they call it. We've gone on. Yeah, that's my first cruising experience. Was 3 years of that. Yeah,
I guess they don't want a ship full of metalheads with an unlimited drink package.
They have Kiss Cruise.
Yeah, they have the Kiss Cruise. And, Blink has done 2 cruises, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to do something like that, and you know, I know
311. I know 311 does a bunch of cruises.
Yeah, I've seen that too. Yeah. There's a lot of cruises out there. What is that one?
Yeah, there
was one this past week. Shiprocked, right?
Shiprocked. Yeah.
Shiprocked. Did you hear about that? It was which ship was that, Kim?
It was the Carnival Magic, I believe.
Yeah, okay.
That crashed today.
Yeah, that crashed in Costa Maya. Yeah.
Costa Maya, yeah.
Yeah, and the cruise director was actually Cookie, who used to work for Carnival.
Now, we had Cookie on the Panorama.
Cookie, we had him on the Breeze.
Times. We love Cookie.
Yeah. Oh, no, we had him on the Breeze. Yeah, not the Panorama. We had him on the Breeze.
Yeah, the Breeze.
Yeah.
He was fantastic.
He was really good. Yeah, and somebody sent me on Facebook. I guess they're going to be doing a Virgin cruise where they're doing celebrating Cookie's birthday.
Yeah.
I saw that.
So Cookie was a previous Carnival cruise director. Carnival's definitely known for the cruise directors. In my opinion, I've enjoyed the cruise directors. I guess for the head of the entertainment for Carnival, as opposed to Royal, because they don't seem as involved. But you know, we've had great. 3 out of 4 CDs cruise directors that we've had with Carnival, they've all been great.
We've had
head of the fun squad,
Kendall Fire for like 3 or 4 times now.
Yeah,
love Kendall.
She's
love
great.
her.
Matt Mitchum we had before her. He was fantastic.
Right.
Who's the British guy that we had? Was
Mike Pack? I believe his name. Mike Pack is the one.
Mike Pack.
He was on either Vista or Breeze. No, he was on the Breeze because we took our niece for the birthday.
Isn't Mike Pack isn't that Kendall's husband?
No. Yeah, and now Kendall's husband, he was on Matt's Fun Squad when we were on the Vista. He was when they were doing the Clue at Sea. He was Mr. Green, so we always think of him as Mr. Green.
I was thinking of
Clue, Clue at Sea would be cool.
Yeah. Clue. It was fun, you know, where they would have the characters would wander around the ship, and you would ask them questions, you know, to kind of eliminate things on your board and whatnot. Yeah, it was real fun.
That sounds fun. I love Clue.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Oh yeah,
is Clue.
I'm shocked it hasn't been remade yet.
That's probably a good thing, though. Don't mess with the classic. That's what I say.
Yeah, I know, but you know they can't stop. So I'm just surprised. It's not like Back to the Future where there's somebody saying you can't make Clue until I die.
Right.
Yeah, I can see them doing Clue. Yeah.
So let's get back to the Carnival Jubilee. So we went. It was a week-long cruise. Started on New Year's. Let's talk about.
30th,
New Year's.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember it?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah. Very good. Oh, yeah.
I edited that video. That is up.
I did.
It was the night. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that was a scene.
Yeah, we had a good time. It was really nice too because only place that felt crowded that night was on the deck. That was it.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
If you want to see, let's get into that. If you want to see all these fun escape adventures that we had on the Jubilee, go check out your the Escape Adventures with Robin and Steve YouTube channel. Let's get that out of the way. I want people to go subscribe, raise your numbers. It's a lot of fun. It's something I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to become like a vlogger or something like that. But I have a face for radio, for podcast, right?
Yeah. Well, there's good things in both directions. You know, it's good to have all these things for communication. And I absolutely love just to like show people that they can do this too. Cause I can't believe we are, you know,
exactly.
They can travel
and
have a blast on a cruise. And that's what I try to show. And that New Year's was something.
Wasn't it? Okay, so
Kindle was
we all had
hot
the drink
and
package.
on fire.
We all had the drink package, and with Carnival, you're limited to 15 per day, which is a lot sometimes. Well, most of the time.
Depends what
I
you're
hit my
drinking.
15 right before New Year's. I hit my 15. And I was definitely feeling it.
But you know, they unfortunately, you know, one of the drawbacks was like the boat was shut down after New Year's. Like there was no bars open, so it was like even you were at your 15, yeah. So you were like, I think the only one that open was Limelight, the nightclub was the only thing that was still open on the ship. So
right before New Year's, like a half an hour before midnight, we like found a couple seats on the upstairs tiki bar, which I gotta say, I loved the Red Frog tiki bar on the ship. I love tiki stuff. So it was like right up my alley. The Mai Tais were really, really good. And then you go to a place to get a Mai Tai, and it's not a real Mai Tai. It's not right.
No. But it's a Carnival Mai Tai. Like a Carnival Cosmo. It's many things. Depends,
yes.
But,
I think this one was more like a tiki bar, tiki like style compared to like some of the other ships. But
did they make it fresh, or did it come out of a machine or a mix?
No, they made it fresh. Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's great. Nice. That's great.
My other favorite drink of the whole week was, what was it? The tall guy from the tall bartender,
Cornelius.
Thank you, from the Golden Mermaid, which was our go-to bar for some reason. And he was making me chocolate old fashions all night.
Oh, nice.
So it was just an old fashioned, but instead of like cherry bitters, they would use chocolate bitters.
Yeah, nice.
It was so good.
Yeah.
We had the Star of the East in the
we had the Star of the East in the Golden Mermaid. It was nice.
Yeah.
It was
had a favorite drink there too,
black licorice based. Yeah. Oh, what was that? Do you remember?
Well, my favorite was the golden thing was the Golden Grace.
Golden Grace
at the Golden Mermaid. Yeah.
Right.
It was like vanilla vodka, lychee, prosecco, and something. You know, so a little gold flecks. Yeah.
Right.
Most of the drinks are super good.
Yeah, when we were over right across the way over at Dr. Inks, which had a very similar menu to the Golden Mermaid, except it was a smaller bar but a larger space.
A lot of the drinks on this ship were not all were great, but they were definitely unique. That's ever been on any other ship before. There was like a bunch of both of those bars. They had that foam gun. They would
the bubble
put foam on top of your drink. The bubble gun. That was fun. Usually our go-to place is Alchemy.
Right? Yes,
but
Alchemy.
We spent a lot of time at the Golden Mermaid because it wasn't as crowded most of the time, and then the bartenders were really good.
Yeah,
and it was news.
It was out of the way.
Yeah. Well, and that one has more entertainment in it too, right? Like actual entertainment. Alchemy is just bartender entertainment, but
we saw the violin trio there doing like a Beatles cover hour. That was great.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, most of the time we walked down there, it was some country act, which wasn't our bag.
I saw.
I'm like, walk away.
Yeah,
not our deal. Where's the death metal cover band?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and that's on 70,000 tons of metal.
That's the 70,000 ton.
That's right.
Something with a guitar, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I get some heavy growls, please?
I'll even take a Richard Cheese lounge metal version. You know?
Oh yes, I'll take it, please. That would be brilliant. Yeah.
If they can get Dick Cheese on the ship, I'd be down for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. So we met you guys. Let's talk about that. We met you guys like maybe the first or second day, right?
Yeah. Talking to Jason.
You guys are friends with Jason and Alyssa from EECC Travels, and we're fans of them. and we met them the first day on the ship and hung out with Jason for a while. If you haven't checked out their channel, it's amazing.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
they
total
travel so much
inspiration. And they got us traveling. Yeah, we've been on their group adventures, and those are all up there. If you want to see us.
Their group trips are really fun.
We're gonna have to do one of those.
We're trying to we're talking to Jason about doing another land trip to Margaritaville. That was a really special experience, that Margaritaville trip, because
Margaritaville.
It was in Cancun.
It's called the Margaritaville Island Reserve in Cancun.
And now this one was a charisma resort. It wasn't a Margaritaville resort, so it's like they didn't even have Margaritaville merch. Like if you want Margaritaville merch, you got it at the airport. It was kind of a janky Margaritaville, but it was a small resort, and we all had
swim up rooms.
And it's like we would walk out on our balcony into the swim up room and then straight to the swim up bar.
It was like a really, really spread out cruise ship, but just on the beach.
So great.
Everything else
sounds fun.
It was amazing. It was amazing. It was our favorite group trip. We're trying to talk them into another one of those.
Yeah, we'll try to talk them into it. But you should definitely. I mean, that's we love about EECC is that we got into watching them and we went back and watched the whole catalog and
then. The nice thing about it,
I'm watching them for a couple of years many years.
The nice thing about a group cruise is there's always somebody there. So if you walk into a full bar, there's always somebody from your group you can go sit with. Yeah. There's always somebody you can talk to.
Yeah. Right.
Because you especially on a new ship, you walk into a big crowded bar, it's kind of intimidating. It's nice to know somebody, or at least be somewhat familiar with somebody you can go hang with.
Yeah. I love that part of it. It's super fun. Yeah. It does make it fun, but then it does limit you from meeting new people, which, we totally found you. And you made our cruise special too.
Likewise.
Totally.
Yeah, totally. Like right back at you guys. So we're going to get into the weeds here a little bit, Robin and I. Everybody knows. I used to keep it a secret, but not anymore. I'm a huge Monkees fanboy. So you want to let people know you were a Monkees fan as well?
I would consider myself to be a big time fan. We'd traveled a lot around between my 86 when they did the first reunion MTV, all that stuff. 1986, I was at the Bismarck Hotel for all of that. All of that, concerts, gosh, I think my number I stopped counting around about 250 shows that we went to between basically 84, 80, it was 86. It's right in the cusp because we used to follow Rick Springfield before that, and he had an accident. So we started following the Monkees. Yeah,
I saw them once in '87 during that time period at
87.
87, with Weird Al.
Oh yeah, Weird Al. I hung out with him.
That was a great. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I hung out with him.
Oh, I thought you said you made out with him. I'm like,
no. I believe I was on the cusp of 18, if not just 18. He came walking. We were sitting in the hotel watching for the Monkees to come in because we knew they'd come in.
Yeah.
And that's the Maryville Holiday Star Theater, Maryville, Indiana. I used to live in the Midwest, so we used to go there all the time. It's closed now, unfortunately, but the hotel's attached. And we would always stay there and kind of hunt them down and make plans of how to find them and all that. So we were groupies, whatever. That's we weren't that kind of groupie. We were the fun ones. Yeah. We were just young enough to be untouchable. And just old enough to get into the bar at that time. So it was a lot of fun. We hung out a lot.
We talked about it. I think we met back in sometime in the late 90s, mid to late 90s at a Monkees convention in California.
Yeah. I was at the Monkees convention in California too. Yeah. I was selling Peter Tork photos and videos that I had made. Peter Tork, rip. Sad. Yeah. But I'd made videos of his solo stuff with him and James Lee Stanley, who travel around the country, and they used to, play, and they recorded little albums together and real good stuff, folky type music. God help them.
I got to see that. I got to see them live, actually. Yeah, it was great.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and sing with them. And you said you weren't there, but we stayed up on that patio of the restaurant outside the hotel in Hollywood, singing until about 5 o'clock in the morning when they finally told us to shut up. But Chip Douglas was there, from the Turtles, all the producer-y type people. It was just like everybody. It was like being in an episode. I was seriously having out-of-body experiences.
We met up at the Alchemy one night, and we were talking, and I showed Steve my new Star Wars tattoo that I got, and right next to my Star Wars tattoo is my Mickey Dolenz autograph. And Robin's like, "Is that?"
I spotted it.
You're like that. You're like, "That's a Mickey tattoo."
Those. I should have pulled some out. I've got a bunch of monkey stuff.
That's cool.
I have some good collectibles from that of 45 Pink from the comeback record. The Pull It.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love that album. That's
me too. I love it.
Yeah.
But I love everything the Monkees ever did. But
even
pretty
Justice.
much everything. Yeah. Oh, Justice. Fabulous. Yeah.
Okay. So my friends,
like, what the heck are you talking about? Right.
You should listen to this episode of the Metal Exchange podcast. What they do, they're Justin and Chris over there. They do a great show each week. They pick an album, or their fans pick an album. They listen to it and they dissect it. They had me and the Metal Pigeon, my co-host from MSRcast, on one time for my birthday last year, and I got to pick the album. And I picked Justice. And I don't think I had any friends after that.
Scandalous.
They were like, "Really? What are you doing?" Sean hated it. I'll tell you that much. He was like, "Nope, this is not for me."
There's some real heavy work in that album.
Yeah, I agree.
They were making their music finally. And I mean, Mike had a big part of that, but God, he's gone now too.
Yeah. I became a huge Nez head towards like the last 10 or 15 years, big time. Thanks to my wife over here, I got to meet him a couple years before he passed.
Did you? He eluded me
in Houston. Yeah,
he eluded me.
He was so nice.
Yeah.
It was totally worth the extra money for the meet and greet, and I was wearing my Metal Geeks shirt.
Yeah,
and I got him this. I don't know if I showed you. I have to show it to you later, but I have this artwork that I had Joe Eisma, who's a comic creator. I got him to do this custom piece for me because he did when the Monkees were in the Archies comic, like maybe 5 or 6 years ago. He did those, and I got him to do a photo or a custom artwork of all 4 Monkees, just their heads, all in black metal makeup.
Wow!
I got Nez to sign it first, and I got Mickey to sign it a couple months ago. And I don't think Mickey really was like, I don't think he really understood.
Right.
But Nez was like, "Is that Kiss?" I'm like, "Sure, if you want it to be, it's Kiss."
Okay, right?
It could be.
Whatever. And I was walking away, and I guess you saw the big logo on the back of my shirt, my Metal Geek shirt, and he pulled me back to talk about it. I'm like, he's like, "What is that? Tell me what that is." I was like, "All right." It was very interesting.
Yeah. You're like, "I'll talk as long as you want me to."
Mike Nesmith loved creation. He loved creators. He loved being a creator.
Yes.
You know, and music was his passion, and creation and video, you know, later down the road. And Mike Nesmith invented MTV. I don't know if y'all know that, but he sure did. It was him. I mean, it came from a lot of other ideas that were around at that time, but, you know, music had just hit that airways after the Beatles flood, you know, which loved the Beatles too, but, you know, the Monkees really hit that right in the USA heart. I wasn't even a first generation fan. I was a second generation fan. I started watching it, and the first time I ever saw the Monkees live was in Chicago in 1976 at the Chicago Theater. Yeah, it was insane. It was a Jones, Boyce, Hart.
The Dolenz, Jones.
Yeah, Jones, Boyce, Hart.
Hart.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah,
it was one of those, but I didn't care because Davey was there, and he was my favorite at the time. He made a gesture from the stage and took us up into the seats, which I now know that was his family. I didn't know at the time, but they sat us with them and they let us sit in front of them. And I was like, why would you do that? Are you crazy? But we were getting clobbered in the audience because I was only, 11 years old, 12. And I was getting killed by all the tall people. They were just screaming and yelling. I was just like, they saw us getting clobbered, and he sent the security to come and get us.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So you said you never met Nez, is that correct?
I never met Nez, no, but I've met the other three multiple times. I can't even tell you how many times. We've hung out after concerts and bars.
That's amazing.
Davy's hometown.
I met Davey once.
Yeah.
I met Davey once. I met Peter once when he did the 2-man band tour.
Yeah.
And I've met Mickey twice now and Nez at one time.
Gosh.
It's weird. My first Nez autograph was from a good friend of the show, Ming Chen from Comic Book Men. He was at a convention. He knew I loved the Monkees. He was at a convention with them, and he's like, hey, I guess he met Nez, and there's like this picture, and he's like, do you want an autograph? And he's like, can you make it out to my friend? And he like just surprised me and sent it to me, which was like the most amazing thing. Yeah,
that's
really
nice.
Sweet.
That's nice.
He mentioned
knew.
that. Yeah,
he's very shy too. It's very hard to connect with Nez because he's so shy. He's scared to death of people. Well, he was. Now I'm sure he's not, but he was timid. He would be. He was timid on stage and performing. That's why he didn't join the tour back then. And I think there was a little ruffle in the brothers, but whatever.
With any band.
They've made magic.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the words of Monty Landis at the convention in '86, and he said the Monkees could save the world, and we're still trying. I know there's a lot of people out there who love them still. Their music will last forever.
True. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do this workout on my MetaQuest Supernatural. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of Monkey songs on there, but
nice.
It's just like anything on that app. This is which I wish they would fix. Like, if they do like 4 or 5 songs together, usually I really love 2 of them, and like one of them is like Def Leppard. I'm like,
right? Like, please,
do I have to play Def Leppard or to get
or Linkin Park or something?
Yeah, or Linkin Park, or that's not heavy metal, but there's this one I've been doing over and over and over that has like Halloween and Anthrax together. I'm like, all right, 2 of my favorite bands, I can deal with it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a good workout. It's a really, really good workout.
Yeah, so was Hot for Teacher on Rock Band.
Oh,
yeah. Hot for Teacher on Rock Band used to be vicious.
I love that thing. Oh, God, we killed those drums.
Did I ever tell you that I worked on Rock Band?
Did you?
You did?
I did QA on Rock Band for about almost a year and a half. There was a local company here in Houston, a gaming company, and I worked on Rock Band 2 for the Wii and the PS2 version. Mm-hmm. I worked on the classic rock track pack, and then I worked on the AC/DC track pack for way too fucking long.
Right.
There's nothing worse than, when you get to play Rock Band, you're like, oh, this is fun. We're trying to break it. You're trying to find all the bugs.
Right, of course.
There's nothing like playing 10 to 12 hours of Rock Band and only doing AC/DC songs for 8 months straight. Like,
was it for the AC/DC add-on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's funny.
The AC/DC track pack.
The game kills my shoulder.
I was always more of a Guitar Hero guy. I prefer Guitar Hero to Rock Band.
Yeah.
I like the interface better. I like the structure better. But they went out. They eventually went to the live streaming, which the live service, which wasn't my favorite. So
Rock Band is owned by it's owned by the company that does Fortnite. So they folded Rock Band into Fortnite, and it's pretty crappy. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah. We still have some guitars in there, don't we?
Yeah. We still got some.
I don't know which one.
Guitars around. Yeah.
I had the fancy $200 drum set too.
Oh yeah, we had it. We had the drum
Ion
kit.
Rock Band drum set.
Yeah.
We kept. We don't got the new. We don't got the nice one, the Ion. We just had the standard one.
Back then.
Our second one, because we broke the first one, and then we broke the second one.
My only complaint is you can still play Rock Band, but the drums don't work on the Xbox Series X for some reason.
No,
which is sad.
Right.
All right, let's get back to the cruise. Do you have
yes.
Gosh. And Steve, I have some discussions I want to get to with you about one of our favorite games, or genres of games, which is Metroidvania. We're going to get to that. We all have a lot in common. That's very true.
Right. What did you guys think about the layout of the ship? What did you think about that?
Kim, you want to go first?
No, I really enjoyed it, but all my references I've been in on 3 other Carnival ships, but I think this is probably a second favorite.
Second favorite,
if not my
okay.
favorite. Yeah.
Too big?
Well, I think it's my number one favorite, which is probably just because it was our first one, and so it's always your one. You're a little more
the breeze.
Otherwise, the breeze. Yeah, I like the breeze.
Oh yeah.
Well, they're probably even, but yeah, breeze was our first one, so you're always a little more like, oh, I love that one because your first one. But yeah, I do.
What I liked about the Jubilee, it felt comparatively to a lot of other of the Carnival ships, it felt very open. Like that's what Royal Caribbean does well. They have these big, open, huge spaces, and I don't think Carnival quite got there, but it's nice. There's a lot of big spaces, like that one area where that 3-level
the Grand Central.
Grand Central, thank you.
Yeah.
There you go.
But
and the stage is the Starlight.
Yeah, the stage is nice too.
Center stage.
Center stage. There you go. That was it. There's some weird decisions I think on the ship where like a lot of the which I don't care about some of the shops, but the shops.
Like you said, the shops. Yes, that was.
It didn't feel like a cohesive like mall style area. Like, why is the souvenir shop in the barbecue place, which is a great area?
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Totally.
Right.
It's just a weird place.
It was, there were some weird decisions. Like they didn't have like a comprehensive shopping zone. It was like there's some stores over here, there's some stores over here, there's some other stores over here. One thing I thought they did well was the ice cream. They had 3 ice cream stations, throughout the ship. You were never far from ice cream at most any given point.
They close at midnight though. Don't like that.
Yeah, that was it was hard to find out in later hours.
I like my ice cream around 1:30.
But any time during the day, generally, it was easy to find. And
I saw you guys with your big Yeti cup filled with ice cream. Right?
Yeah. That's a nice tip. It's a nice trip to fill that Yeti with ice cream.
That's a great tip. I'm gonna do that.
It's still frozen the next day. It lasts. It's great in there. And then bars. There was a lot of bars. Now they weren't always the biggest bars. You might have to wait a bit for a drink, but if you didn't want, you can always just go to the next bar. There was always another bar you could go to. There was certainly plenty of places for you to get drunk on that ship.
Oh yeah.
Easily.
And we definitely did.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Let me just say, Alchemy Bar. Quick fix.
Yeah.
If you like black licorice, please get it. You will drink it all night long.
I will attest to that one. That drink.
Oh,
is
you're
amazing.
into the quick fix. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. It's
the
like
best.
neon green, but it tastes like black licorice.
It has absinthe in it.
Yeah.
He was like, "How many of you had?" I said 3. He goes, 1 more. That's it. I'm like, okay.
See, and with the drink package, we don't drink beer. Now, if you're a beer drinker, 15 drinks, that's an afternoon, So, for a beer drinker, 15 drinks is a struggle.
Yeah.
But, we're not big beer drinkers, so we drink mixed drinks, and, 15 drinks is fine for us.
Oh, yeah.
I don't drink beer at all. I'm not a big fan. I don't like the way, I'm not a fan of beer. It's just, like, I see your point. Like, mixed drinks, sometimes you drink a lot of them and you don't feel anything, and then all of a sudden you drink
wham.
It's like, okay, some bartenders are really hooking you up,
right?
And that's the difference. I want to talk about the difference between like the drink packages that's on Carnival and Royal Caribbean, because like we did Royal Caribbean drink package back in September, and the only time I ever got drunk is when I switched over. Okay, just give me like bourbons, just straight. That's it. Nothing else.
Yeah.
Everything else, it was like, and that's the problem with cruises. Everything is so sugar heavy,
sugary,
fruity,
carby,
carbs. So many fruit juices, and you're just like, all right, I can't drink any more fruit juice today. I'm done. And you're trying to find something else,
I never get the frozen drinks. They're just. Unless I'm sitting by the pool and it's going to last for more than 5 minutes because it will melt. Yep. Then maybe, but otherwise I'll save it for,
I think I got 1 mudslide just to get it, but but aside from that, I stay away from it.
I had like a mango pina colada frozen. That was it.
Yeah. I forgot to get a shake too. I forgot to get milkshakes.
I know we always forget to get shakes over the shake place.
They had them in that bar right on the stage floor level of the
over Java
theater.
Blue.
Java Blue. right in that coffee shop. They had milkshakes with the drink package there.
The line was always so long there, though.
Yeah,
it was.
It was.
Yeah.
What was your favorite drink on the ship, Steve?
I like that. What was that? I keep forgetting the one that I liked at the
at Dr. Inks.
It was.
It's.
I want to say the Deep Blue.
Deep Abyss.
Deep Abyss.
Is that the one that had like squid ink or something in it?
No, it didn't.
No.
It was just a little blue glass, and it tastes like candy.
Like a sherry glass, kind of.
It was
but
very good.
Okay.
It tasted
I
like
had that one.
grape popsicle or something, but it was deadly.
But generally, vodka cranberry is our go-to.
Yeah,
normally.
Yeah.
If I'm at the Red Frog, I'm getting vodka.
Low
cranberry.
sugar, low carbs. It's we're keto when we're not on a cruise. So when we're on a cruise, we don't care what we eat, but drink we try and keep it as low sugar as possible.
Right.
Yeah.
I know that on the Jubilee they had a couple of drinks and maybe Dr. Inks and the other bar too. They had Swedish fish infused.
Oh yeah,
like
I had that.
We had that one.
Yeah.
And also
they threw like a Swedish
rocks.
fish in there.
Yeah,
Pop rocks too.
I got it just for that. I wanted to get the pop rock one, but I don't do brown liquors or gin. I do sort of vodka.
See, I'm not a gin. I don't like gin either. If it's
in the quick fix.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm okay
you
with
don't
that.
taste it.
Yeah. Oh God, no.
It's too herby on its own.
Pine needles.
Yeah.
Blah, blah.
Yeah. Right.
No.
Gross.
Yeah.
But I mean, to each their own.
Yeah.
No problem.
And as a mixer, in something else, it's different.
You talked to so Steve, you talked about not being keto on the cruise. Let's talk about the food.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What was your favorite meal, and what was your favorite place to eat?
Favorite meal's easy.
Favorite meal's easy. It's gonna be the chef's table.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
I mean,
we haven't put that up yet. We did it on the last day.
Yeah, you can't beat the chef's table. It is. We've done the chef's table on the Panorama. We've done it on the Vista, and now we've done the Jubilee. And it is always an amazing,
fantastic, worth every dollar of the $99.
You guys said that. I'm like, we want to try that now. We've never done it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Next one.
It's like a freaking 14-course type meal. We're talking, you're eating, the portions are not impressively huge, but they're beautifully designed. Yeah. And they're literally servicing you with white glove service, unlimited beer, champagne, or wine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they have a signature red and a signature white, and they bring whatever you.
How much is that per person?
$99 per person.
Yeah, we got a sale for $89 when it was one day. It just showed for $89.
Yeah, it was a pre-cruise sale.
Oh, we got that.
Yeah,
nice. That sounds fun. With your favorite, your favorite place to eat, your favorite restaurant.
Let me think.
Shaq's was really good. Really good chicken sandwich. I like Shaq's a lot.
The street eats, I was impressed with.
The street eats was consistently some of the best food we've had.
It was. Yeah. So one of the new things they put on, it's on the Lido deck right by the pool. Mm-hmm. So it's like these 3 or 4 windows, and every day they have a different. Each window has a different. Yeah, the 4 because one of it's the seafood shack.
Right. Yeah, the seafood shack is one of the windows. Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not paying. Come on.
No. We do it occasionally for the lobster roll because you get 2 and fries.
Once in a great while
not
we get
bad,
a lobster roll, but not often.
Not often.
But one of the booths, they had like bao bun, different flavored bao buns every day, and it was
fries.
One of them,
stuff like that. Yeah,
the disco, the time fries or something like that.
Yeah, they're loaded in different ways, like a poutine.
Yeah, awesome.
They had a Texas chili one,
pepperoni pizza one.
I missed that.
Yeah, we missed that day. That day we missed 3D. So we saw it, I think, on Jason Liss's video. I think they had that. Yeah. We were like, we didn't go that day.
Means, right?
Yeah. Well, we got to go again.
We missed it. We
got to go again.
There is so much that we didn't go to one show.
Yeah.
Not one.
We're not big Carnival show people.
Yeah, we tried what show?
We tried one of them.
They were getting on the ship. They were going to get
married or something. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
We're like, that's not.
We're like,
not good.
no.
No,
See, carnival shows, they're glorified karaoke. They're just going to be singing somebody else's song to a loosely fit theme song, to a very loosely fit theme. Now obviously, Mamma Mia is that way, but at least when they have a plot involved, at least they do something. There's at least something.
I will admit there is one carnival show that I do like, and that's the movie one that have like the lasers and stuff like that.
Right?
Because they do play I'm a Believer at the end of it.
I've heard that one. I know I've seen that.
We've seen pieces of that one, but we haven't actually gone to that show yet. But we've seen pieces of it, and we saw some of it from behind a post, because that is one of the problems with Carnival. Sometimes is their sight lines and their theaters are not good.
Yeah. I don't even think we went inside the theater. That's the one. It was that we couldn't get in. They were rehearsing when we were doing our ship tour, which we're posting this weekend.
To my recollection, it was small, right? Wasn't it smaller?
Smallish, yeah. It was for such a big ship. We tried to go into one show like the first night with our friends Scott and Sam, and they're like, yeah, it's booked. It's full. We're like, all right, no, but never mind.
And that was, speaking of the layout, that was one of the things that I thought was a bit of a failing. Was I didn't feel that any of the spaces were large enough to be a ship of that capacity. There was no rooms, no audiences were big enough, I felt, to hold enough passengers for a 6,000 passenger ship. The magic show, for instance, very small capacity in that magic show.
Yeah, we tried to get into that because you guys.
That's what it was. Okay.
To see it.
Yeah.
And we tried to get into it. Like, we're there like 15 minutes early. You're like, yeah, no.
Oh yeah. We got there 30 minutes early because we were trying to get up front, and it was already, the doors were open and almost every seat was taken.
Yeah.
Wow.
We were like, anything, grab it.
Yeah.
Just anything.
We were able to squeeze into with a couple people, nice tables that allowed us to squeeze in.
We did see a couple of comedy shows through the week, and they were fine. Kim, I want to pose that back to that same question about your favorite meal and your favorite restaurant food on board.
I don't know if I had a favorite restaurant. We didn't do everything. Like you said, so hard. We actually didn't even go to the main dining room, the MDR, except for brunch. So I don't even have that
time in the
we don't have lunch or dinner for reference, and we were barely on the at the buffet because we like to do the small things. We did guys once because you have to do guys. We love the Chicken Shack. The Streets, I think, was my favorite.
Yeah. It was the best. Like
there all day.
Eat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. If it was open, but it's very limited in their hours.
We did the MDR on lobster night, and that was it.
Yeah, we did main dining and lobster night. That was. I don't know. We did have a lunch there. We went.
And we went for lunch.
Not even brunch, but actual lunch.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why we didn't go to the MDR more. It's just it just didn't work on our schedule. We're like, well, let's try other stuff. I will tell you. Yeah. The one meal that was not great, it was okay, was the teppanyaki. Wasn't worth the price.
Oh
really?
No, really?
Yeah.
Well. Yeah, I mean, was it the standard? Have you had it before?
Not on Carnival, no. I've been to like Benihana.
I've had it before. Okay. Yeah,
it's
What did you think
not worth
was
the price? Because I feel like you don't get enough. You don't get enough meat. You know what I mean?
What did you? Which one did you have? Did you have the meat and the beef and chicken, or the?
Combo.
I had the steak and shrimp.
The steak and shrimp. And usually that's. I mean, usually the steak is the highlight. A lot of people say
the
teppanyaki steak is the the best.
We didn't do the steakhouse on the ship with the chopped grill.
No. Yeah. We didn't. No. Last steakhouse experience we had didn't get up to par. Yeah. So we haven't gone back just because of that, but we wanted to try some other things.
We went there we went on the Valor for my birthday like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And we went to the steakhouse. It was not good. That was the cruise we got
for
25. It was like $25 for that cruise for each person.
No, nice.
We're like, all right, we're driving to New Orleans for that.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's right. Yeah.
And I find that's the case on most ships. I mean, the steakhouse is always the same, and I can cook a better ribeye than they can. We're from Texas, so we know beef. So
Okay, so I was going to ask.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was like, what did y'all think about Shebang?
I liked it. Now, I was watching. I don't know if you guys watch Beach Please. We were on the blogger cruise with them, and we're friends with them. But they really didn't like Shebang, and I think it comes down to what you order. What we ordered, we enjoyed.
Yeah.
Robin got a few Chinese dishes that she liked, and I got a few Mexican dishes that I liked.
Yeah.
But I didn't order some things that they got that they didn't like. So it all comes down to what you order there. But I liked it.
I think shebang. Well, we went one night. We ate. I think the Mexican food that they have there, it's more traditional Mexican food, so it's different than Tex-Mex, which is what we're used to, and I think that's why a lot of people don't like it. Like we got the queso fundido, and it was like not what we're used to.
I like the queso fundido.
It was all right. It was very
good. It was all right.
Mexican,
I think I
would like a few more tortillas to go with it, but
yeah, I had the mixture of like Chinese and Mexican food that night, so I didn't hate it, but I didn't. It wasn't something that let's go back again like right away.
Yeah. And I think we did it again. Chinese food.
Did you have any problem with service at Shebang?
Our waiter was weird.
Okay.
He was a little off.
Okay.
But the service was okay. I mean, like taking a long time or...
Taking a long time. Things were coming out for the table who just sat down when you forgot the wrong plan. It was everywhere.
That happened to you guys?
Yeah, and I mean, like nobody ever asked us if we'd like a drink.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then we asked for water. You're like, how about water? We can do that. It's not a problem. And they looked slammed. It was the first night of the cruise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But the food was very good once it came.
We went like on the 5th or 6th night, and it was okay. It wasn't very crowded. One of the things about the inaugural, I don't know how long they're going to do it, but a lot of the paid restaurants, let's say, are free right now.
Right.
But we wound up going to the Capitano,
La Cucina,
the
Italian restaurant twice on the ship. Free, but the portion sizes were smaller, which was perfectly fine for me, because I had their chicken parmesan is really good, but I've had it before and it was like bigger than the plate. You're like, all right, way too much.
Yeah, I got it was a bit small on this ship. I got the chicken.
Yes.
It was a bit small and tepid looking. And and
chicken needed to grow up a little bit.
It did. It was just like chicken with a piece of Parmesan cheese on it. There was like nothing else with it. It was not a very sumptuous chicken parm.
And there was like no pasta on the side of that one. I was shocked.
I could have ordered a side of pasta.
You could have.
Yeah, I think it was separate.
Yeah. We always do La Cucina on Carnival, and I would say that this was our least favorite La Cucina, the free experience.
And we sat in the cool white seats with the roundy thing. The tables with the pole in the middle and the seats go around. Yeah, I like that.
I think that a lot of it was because it was free and they weren't. The portion sizes were smaller, and you're not. I guess if you're paying for it, you expect a little bit more. So I was okay with it. I'm like, all right.
It's a slightly different menu than the standard Carnival the La Cucina than the paid one.
Yeah, I had a ton of food there because I'm very good at ordering. Yeah, when I'm not being keto, and I was after the pasta.
Yeah, she was pasta starved after not having pasta for a long time.
I had fettuccine and spaghetti. And
I don't think I had a lot of bread on this cruise because usually we go to the MDR and that's where they bring you that big ass bowl of bread. I wasn't tempted because we didn't go to it, so I didn't eat that much bread. We ate plenty of pasta and
the bread was pretty underwhelming.
Yeah, very much underwhelming. It was just bread.
It was there was a French roll and a seeded roll, and we had to they didn't bring us enough butter. We had to ask for more butter, and it was a bit of a struggle to get food in the MDR.
It was a little bit, but we was lobster night. We showed up for the first time.
Yeah,
they're all like, these people weren't showing up. But it was also free,
Right.
We wanted to eat other places.
Yeah,
the pizza, hello.
The hypnotist.
The pizza was actually really good.
It was. The pizza was very good.
Yeah, so good.
The hypnotist Minaj, we had met him on the
Vista.
The Vista was.
He was on the Vista, and then he was on the
Panorama. We met on the Vista and saw him again on the Panorama, and he knew we were on this cruise, and he was looking for us. He's like, "Let me know when you're going to be in main dining." And we're like, "Yeah, we're not."
Yeah,
I ran into him when I was with you guys. We were walking.
That was you. We were okay. I remember. Yes.
Yeah.
He was at our chef's table too.
Pizza was real good.
Oh yeah.
The deli was real good. Right next to the pizza.
I tried to eat the deli one day. It was like the day after New Year's, and I was feeling very well. So I tried the tomato soup, and I was like, nope, can't do it.
I tried the new sandwich they had there on the Jubilee, and they had a few Tex Texas items that they had added to their deli.
like Tex-Mex pizza or something like that.
Yeah.
Right, and
I was sad that one of my favorite sandwiches on Carnival is the Cubano, and they didn't have it.
Oh, they took.
Is that on there? Is that always on their menu, or is that a limited thing? Because I know my favorite is my favorite is the teriyaki beef, and that one is like occasionally there, but not on the menu every day.
Yeah,
I've never tried that. That sounds
good.
I get the meatball every time. I've never had anything else.
And they had a real good meatball. On our last one when we got the meatball, there was kind of 3 sad meatballs on it.
This one was loaded. It was good. It was nice to see him trying to come up with a decent sandwich.
Italian restaurant.
At the deli.
In the back on the buffet used to be where they were.
That's her go-to is the meatball.
Yeah.
Because I think we did go back to the deli and we got a sandwich one day or something. I don't remember, but
that's kind of my go-to
days.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the one of our favorite areas of the ship. It's the back and the aft, the summer landing area where weird souvenir shop is, but we're not going to go there. We spent a lot of time there, especially at the outside area. They had like this infinity pool and then just really nice places to hang out, and the bar was amazing. I had the best smoked bacon.
The Pig and Anchor bar
or something.
See, I'm sad that I missed that Bloody Mary at the Pig and Anchor with like a half a pound of bacon on it.
We saw it, but we never got it.
The way the bartenders, they said, we're gonna make your drink special if you don't order the Bloody Mary. We're like, all right, no Bloody Mary for me. I don't like that. It was
I don't do
bar. We ate dinner there one night. It's the Pig and Anchor, which
we ate with you there, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we ate together. Yes.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I remember you being there.
It's not the best
they did the day before too.
Barbecue, but it's okay.
No. Again, we're from Texas, so I mean,
it's a decent meal. I mean,
it's fine for what it is.
You're gonna come out being full from barbecue.
Is barbecue for people who don't really know barbecue very well.
It is. Yeah, it's not bad.
No.
Yeah.
It'll do.
It's not. You're not going to get the best brisket in the world, but it's decent brisket. It has a nice flavor.
One of the words I say on this podcast a lot is serviceable.
It was serviceable.
Very serviceable.
It was
serviceable. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely.
But we had a good time. We had a good time in that area. Like in the morning, instead of going to the buffet, they had a little side buffet set up in the Pig and Anchor area. We did that
in the morning.
It was great. We the first day we did that, and we saw Jason doing his filming for the tour video.
Yeah. Right.
But we saw trivia there a few times. It was just a fun place to hang out.
We did trivia one afternoon there, and we listened to the band. I mean, the band. What about that band? They were great.
Yeah, great band.
Even the 70s night. Do you know that one of my videos I had to dispute it because they said that their version of Staying Alive was performed by the London Symphony Orchestra.
No, it was not.
No. I said, no, that's not what it is. Yeah, no.
Thank you, AI.
Right. Yeah, exactly. They didn't quite get it right. Unless they were using a recording, but they were playing live. I mean, they weren't,
I was robbed on one of the trivia games. It was like a sci-fi trivia.
Oh, yeah. No, we were.
And I was robbed on one of the questions because it was what movie was the character was a Klaatu from? I was like, all right.
It's a clock.
Well, there's Day of the Earth Stood Still, and then there's also
the Monkees.
But Klaatu was also a character in Return of the Jedi.
Oh, wow.
He was one of the Jabba's guards. Skiff guards.
Oh, okay.
And I showed that to the trivia guy after I lost. He was like, "Oh, they should do a better job of that." I'm like,
"What were they going?"
No, he's like, "You should have showed me."
The Day the Earth Stood Still.
The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Sorry. But he was like, "You should have let me know." Yeah.
It was okay.
Delay.
We'll come back. We're going to win one of those coveted plastic ships one day.
I know. We always want to get.
We've got one. We have two.
Yeah.
From Jubilee?
We got the Vista and the Breeze.
Vista and the Breeze.
Okay.
Yeah, I won us categories.
Yeah, we just didn't get around to playing much trivia this time around.
What did you? We played one.
We won trivia.
Yeah.
We won trivia on the Valor, but the Valor didn't have those ships on the sticks. They just had like
metal.
They just gave us like a necklace medallion. I'm like,
the metal. Yeah,
shit.
we have two of those. We have two of the medallions too.
Yeah. It
does look like it's a booby prize.
We're not like J&D. Yeah. They win everything because they're brilliant.
They're great.
But we watched.
We do all right.
let's talk about the YouTube cruise vlogiverse, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, the vloggers extravaganza.
The extravaganza, eleganza. Is that what it is?
Eleganza. Yeah, there you go.
So I know we talked about EECC travels, but who else would you recommend? Who else do you?
Oh well, obviously Paradise, of course. You know they're hard to avoid, and you know Tony from Lily the Locas. You know pretty synonymous with cruising in general.
Yeah.
Ordinary Adventures. We watched them.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah.
They just dropped their Icon of the Sea video today.
Yeah, we just watched that.
I haven't watched it yet. I love Ordinary Adventures.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a fan of Peter since. What was the name of that show back in the day? It was like early days of internet, before even YouTube. He was like video podcasting.
Was he really?
Totally Rad Show. Totally Rad Show.
That's what TRS. Okay.
He used to be a guest on that a lot.
Oh my gosh.
We watched them a lot too. Who else would you guys recommend?
I would definitely say one of my favorites is going to be Kingin' It.
Yeah, we like Kingin' It a lot. They're a British couple, and they do international travel.
Yeah, they're more international. They do cruises, but not as much as just. I mean, they went to Africa and. You know, they're like Kara and Nate. They get around. I mean, they're just everywhere. Yeah. Eamon and Beck. That's another one we watched.
Eamon and Beck is a Canadian couple.
Have they been on recently? I haven't seen.
No, they disappeared. Had some sort of complications with their baby. They showed up, said we had to go to Toronto because the baby's coming now.
Yeah, and then they moved into a house. Yeah.
That was 2 months ago. Yeah, no, we're waiting to hear back from Eamon and Beck.
They have posted photos of the baby. The baby is alive and well, from what we know. But they've been obviously adjusting, parental stuff. Of course. And they can. They have 1 million subscribers, Yeah.
Isn't it strange that we watch people on YouTube and same with podcasts and all that kind of stuff? Because people come up to me and then they know so much about me. I'm just like,
sure.
How do you know that?
Right.
It's such a weird world that we live in that we're so open with our lives in these public forums now that people. And I do the same thing to like vlog people that I watch. Like it feels like they're your best friends already,
Oh right,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I've talked to Alyssa about that.
Yeah,
I had a moment in Alaska where we were in Juneau and we were going into a bar and they were there and they were like, "Sit down," And I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm in a video of theirs." We've watched them since the boys were, since the beginning. Yeah. We've been watching everything.
Us too. That was weird. Like because on the first day on the Jubilee, we hung out. I went and introduced ourselves. We took a picture and all that. But randomly, we wound up at the seats next to him at the bar, at the tiki bar. Yeah. And I bought Jason a couple of beers, and we just talked about Metallica for like an hour. It's like it's weird because like you're like I've been watching you guys for years, and now we're like,
and now you're talking back to me, and you're the same people that you are on your video.
Once you get adjusted to you how short Jason is,
right? Yes, sorry, Jason.
Just because him and Alyssa are the same height, so you don't notice it in their videos because there's no difference,
right.
Unless they show up in one of J&D's videos, and J&D are bad
very tall.
They're giant as well.
I saw the EECC. They are all just on the Icon of the Sea, like the first week, whatever.
Yeah,
I saw the bar crawl video they did with Pero DJ.
Yeah,
and like the difference when they were walking together. I'm like, wow. We've invited them to Comic Palooza like next year. I think that'll be fun.
Nice,
cool,
nice.
They're local. I mean, they're not that far,
Yeah, no, not at all. Yeah, we met J&D on the Panorama.
Oh gosh,
yeah. They're super fun people.
And they were on another one.
They were on the Holland, on the last
on the Vloggers Extravaganza.
On the Vloggers Extravaganza.
I would love to do something like that. To go on one of those ships.
Well, and I think that the experience certain people who were organizing it had one feeling about it, and then there was some other feelings about it. It went very well. Everybody was great. You know, everybody was nice. We had a ball. The camaraderie was definitely in groups, but
yeah.
You know, we met so many people on that group. Yeah, a little bit.
Some of the smaller channels weren't promoted as much as, you know, they had hoped they would be.
Yeah, because they said they were going to try to, you know, help us figure it out.
You know, there was a lot of, you know, Sharon at Sea and Tony and Lolita Loca and you know, Josh Holcomb. You know, they're the ones who organized it. You know, they were kind of front and center most of the time. And
we watched we watched some of those videos.
A little less, you know, interactivity and networking with the smaller channels, but you know, it was the first one they had done, and
they didn't know what to expect. Obviously,
so you know, there's rumblings of another one being done by, you know, either the portions of that group, you know, without some people. I don't think Sharon at Sea is interested in doing another one, and neither is Josh, but some of the others are. So, you know, there might be another Vloggers extravaganza at some point.
Maybe at some point, but it was sure fun.
It was fun. It was real fun.
All cruises are fun. Yeah. You just, you know, it's different things, different themes, and, you know, and depends what you feel like doing.
Kim, the British couple, Ben and David.
Ben and David.
Yeah, we love them.
Yeah, they're definitely they give really good information.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
They're more of an informative channel. Right. They're for if you want to see a specific ship. Right.
What else did we watch? Jay the Nomad? Is that the guy?
Jay the Nomad.
We watched him a bit.
Adam the Woo people.
No,
I don't.
We watched Adam the Woo.
Yeah, Emma Cruise is real popular.
Yeah,
Emma.
Besides, like cruising vloggers, we watch a lot of Adam the Woo. We watch a lot of. I mean, I watch Adam the Woo daily. He's the one.
We do.
He's doing that Fit for 50, and that's what I'm doing right now too.
Nice.
So, he does it every year.
Yeah, he does. It's hard. Yeah. It's. I have the same problems he has. You know.
Oh yeah.
It comes off and then it comes right back. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
If we weren't getting our meals from Factor, we would be struggling a lot more than we are.
Yeah. Totally. We would be not a sponsor. We just buy it.
Yeah, but you know, getting pre-made meals from Factor keeps us on keto, and you know, it's 3 minutes in the microwave. You know, it's faster than ordering a pizza.
Yeah,
it's less work. So
that's a hard thing. Like trying to stay keto at home. You know, it's hard.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, what do I make?
Just eat meat the rest of the day.
Right.
Turkey.
We watch a lot of. We also watch. Who else do we watch? The Trackers, Tim Tracker.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, we watched the Trackers since Bird Ferguson way back when.
Yeah. We had like an amazing. We went in 21 to Disney, right? Because we had booked before COVID hit. And if we hadn't go, we're at like, okay, if we don't go now, we're gonna lose all of the money we put down, right? So we had to go. We still had to wear a mask everywhere you're at. But on that trip, we met Adam the Woo again. We met the Trackers.
Oh,
we
nice.
Wow.
Who else did we meet? We met.
Wasn't
Jackie Super
doing much. Oh wow, Jackie. Okay.
With Paige and Mr. Morrow at the same time.
Yeah.
Right. And we like that carpetbagger too.
Yeah, Jacob the
carpetbagger. He's
God,
what a weird guy, but he is just so interesting.
And it'll be like, well, it's like I'll know that he's on his way, and he'll probably go into the Alamo, and then the next day he'll be like, I was at the Alamo. I'm like, God damn it!
They were in Dallas one day after we were. Yeah. I was like, dang it! I would have loved to have run into him.
He went to the opening of Meow Wolf, and we were there the next day.
Oh yeah, there's a Meow Wolf opening in Houston. Soon. We actually ate lunch there. My company did today for work.
Really?
St. Arnold's Brewery, which is right next to where Meow Wolf is going to be opening. And I saw some of the progress on the front. It was interesting.
Maybe when it's open, we can meet you guys down there.
Yeah, come do a video.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Well, we may need footage. Who knows? Because we're a one a week people. One a week. We'll get you one at least, and a bunch of shorts if we can. And other than that, there's not a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. Which I love it. I mean, it's the greatest thing in the world to do it.
The editing takes a lot.
That's all me.
Yes. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I have this goal for film and video, and just the small things I edit now, I'm like, okay, it's a lot of work. People don't realize how much work it really is.
Oh, yeah.
So that brings me to my next question for you guys is, what advice would you give to people out there that want to maybe do their own YouTube vlogging travel show? Because like you said earlier, anybody can do it. The same with a podcast.
Yeah.
You have something
anybody, yeah. Absolutely.
If you have something interesting, a topic you want to talk about, do it.
Man.
Yeah, exactly. And even
you
if
gotta
you
have a
don't, just do it.
passion. Yeah.
And that's, you just start doing it and eventually you're going to get better. It's the 10,000 hours. It's just the repetition.
Yeah.
I look back at some of our earliest work and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Maybe not so good.
Yeah.
But I mean, I get a story across. I like to tell stories. I would like to show you what we did and show you can do it too if you want. Our next series after Jubilee is going to be our Pearl trip, which has already been taken before the Jubilee.
Wow.
And it was a 9-night cruise, and we did excursions upon excursions.
Oh, nice.
We cannot wait to show that.
Norwegian, they had an add-on deal where part of their free at sea is $50 off excursions, which is nice. Yeah. But this gave us an additional $50 off per person. Mm-hmm. So we had $100 off per person for each excursion, which
free
really made
practically.
Yeah.
So we booked a ton of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was it's a good deal on that. But they're not offering it right now that I know of.
Yeah, we just booked the Norwegian Escape for December out of Galveston.
Yeah, we sure did.
Oh, cool.
We like to book cruises because if we book them, that means we're going.
Yeah. Let me know the dates.
Yeah.
I've never been on a Norwegian cruise.
NCL Escape.
I'll look to have a whiteboard with their upcoming cruises on there.
Yes, we do.
We're slacking.
Yeah.
We need to do that.
We only have one cruise booked this year, but we got to save up for 70,000 tons. We got to do that.
Yeah. We got Virgin in April, and then we got the Dream in September, and then we got the Escape in December.
Oh wow!
Very nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You're gonna love the Virgin. I'll be watching a lot of videos on it. I really want to do that.
Oh yeah.
Oh totally.
Francesco, that's another one. Life by Francesco.
Y'all should come on the Harmony of the Seas in September.
Yeah.
We're already doing the Dream in September.
Yeah, we have the Dream.
And
Dream is September 21st through September 29th.
Oh, back to back, and you can do the Harmony.
Wait. We leave September 30th, so you could do it back to back.
Or the 29th or one of the days.
You could.
And we have people coming on this one. Our friends Jen and Steve are coming, and our new friends Donna and Jason that we met on the Jubilee they booked it.
Wow.
We just put it out there, and they're like, "We want to come." Yeah,
come join me for my 50th birthday. Come on.
We certainly would, but we are now maxed out for PTO for the year.
Oh yes,
oh, God,
yes. Yeah.
So hard to get it, and so hard not to use it all.
One day, you guys will do this for a complete living, and you don't have to worry about PTO anymore.
That would be nice.
I'm hoping. Oh God, even just retirement would be fine. I would be fine with that. I would be happy to, because I love doing this. I love making the videos. I've always been a creative person. I love cruising. I love video and photography and all the good stuff. He bought me Final Cut Pro, so I just learned it by doing. Just start it up. Use your phone. We use our phone for a lot of stuff. It's a good camera. Yep. It's easy. No, it really You're not sticking in people's faces, which is hard.
You can edit for free with Apple Apple editing software.
You can
edit on your phone if you really wanted to.
Yeah, you can.
Adam the Woo edits on his phone.
Yeah,
I know,
and he's got a jillion subscribers.
I don't know how he. I don't know how he edits on his phone.
It's all cracked all the time.
Yeah, and his phone's always cracked. Every time he shows his phone, he's always cracked.
I know. Like, dude, come on. How much money do you have? Buy a new phone.
Right. Well, you'll hear so many YouTubers out there give advice of what to do. And they all say exactly the same thing. Tape stuff, edit it, put it up.
Yep.
Use your heart, use your passion. Bring it from within. If it's within you that you want to do it, you will do it.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for that to happen with the algorithm. And it's starting. We've been bumped up about 200 subscribers since our latest series has been going up.
That's amazing.
And it's been a while since we had one, back since, Vloggers, which was almost a year ago. But I know we're going to take it international coming up.
Yep.
2025, we're doing a trip to Japan.
Yep.
We're going to spend 2 weeks all over Japan.
Wow.
We've been watching a lot of those vloggers like Journey Abroad, a couple of other weird ones
I will
that
come
are
with
just
you on
strange.
that trip and just hold your camera for you.
Yeah?
That would be nice.
I'll just follow you around.
It's so nice when we see these vloggers that have somebody filming for them.
Right.
So many of the vloggers like Flying the Nest. You know, not all of them are all on their own. They have editors. They have all that. Don't be afraid that your video isn't going to look exactly like that.
Right.
Do the best you can.
Exactly.
Get good frame, good content.
Yeah.
Show people what they want to, what you'd like to show them. Can't be what they want to see or it won't work because you're never going to find that.
But we want to
Make your personality shown through, right? Your personality is an important part.
Yeah, we don't do enough live interaction, and we need to do that.
Yeah.
But it's we work, we have jobs.
Well, it's like I've never been a fan of the vlog where you're looking at the guy's giant head the entire time. It's like I'm like turn the camera around. It's like he's like look at this. This is fantastic. I can see a bit around your giant head.
Right. Turn it around. Show me what you're looking at.
So it's like my style has always been more to show what I'm seeing than myself.
Yeah.
But there's a balance to that, and trying to find that balance where you are showing enough of yourself that your audience gets to know you and understands your personality beyond your comments while you're showing scenery.
We want people to come up to us like we did to Jason and Alyssa and say, God, I feel like I know you.
Right.
Because you do. Yeah.
I feel like I know you
Just
guys.
be you.
Right.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I've been editing stuff where I see pictures of you guys coming up here and there. And I'm all like, oh, gosh, I love that. It's great. I mean,
Thank
and we've
you,
got Donna
Jason.
and Jason
Thank
coming
you.
with us.
Yes, thank you
already.
to Jason again for introducing us, really.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
exactly.
Yeah. Jason's like, oh yeah, this is Cary.
Right.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, that's, it's awesome. Meeting people is everything.
Yeah, every cruise we meet somebody that we end up going on another cruise with or a trip or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, our friends that we went on this cruise with, we met them on the Vista like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Scott and Sam, and you met Scott and Sam on the ship with us.
Right.
Now Scott works for me at Comic Palooza. He's on the podcast program, all kinds of, you never know who you're going to meet and become friends with,
Sure,
Exactly.
absolutely. There's always many interests that you've got, and everybody kind of tags each other together, and then you're in.
All right, Steve.
It's fun.
Here's what I want to talk to you about.
Segue.
We speaking of interest together, we have a love for Metroidvania games.
Oh yeah.
Let's get into this. I'm on my podcast. I'm the big gamer. Not everybody else really plays a lot of games, and nobody else really likes that style of game like I do.
Mm-hmm.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, I actually prefer Metroidvanias more than the last Metroid. That last Metroid was very hard.
Oh yeah,
that
Metroid
was
Dread.
Yeah, Metroid Dread.
Good,
it was good, but
Judge Dredd.
That was a tough one. But
I'll take a Metroid Judge Dredd game. That'd be fun.
I'm playing Prince of Persia right now. Judge Dredd. That would be fun. Boy, that Dread series really needs to make a resurgence. That last one was decent. Kind of built more off the back of that Malaysian action series.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't think of it right now.
Right. Yeah, it was very similar to that style where it was just a death run up the building until they got to the top.
Okay.
Yeah, that was fun. Which is very very Metroidvania like. The new Prince of Persia. There's several of those where you're not stopping until you get to the end because there's a wall coming or some spikes coming or something.
How far are you into the game? Are you?
I'm
Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown.
Yeah, The Lost Crown.
Metroidvania 2D game.
Yeah, right now I just got to the serpent boss battle.
I'm sorry, one more time.
The serpent boss battle.
Oh, okay.
With the the sand pit at the bottom.
I think I'm pretty close to the end. I'm on a boss that I got to. That's pretty difficult. Kim can attest to how many hours I've been playing this game. It's like it's crazy.
Yeah,
you got a callus,
but you have to throw yourself at it.
Callus
You got to put it down and walk away and regain your composure, and then go back at it.
Yep.
You know.
That's it. I was stuck on these 2 bosses for a while, and then I went around and did some other stuff, and came back, and I'm like, oh, now they're easy. What's up with that?
Right, and then before that, I was playing The Messenger, which was a stealth Metroidvania.
I love The Messenger.
Ninja Gaiden clone.
Yeah, the game, it was weird. It was like the first third of the game was like a ninja, just completely Ninja Gaiden, and then it turned into a Metroidvania game.
Yeah,
but it was difficult too. The DLC for that game, I can never get past. It was like way too difficult.
Yeah, I'm looking at it, and then their follow up game, Sea of Stars. They had the timekeepers in the robes. That character carried over into the Sea of Stars.
Oh, really?
He was their linking character, and then I guess Sea of Stars is planning on having more messenger themed DLC, and they're planning on creating a shared universe with all of their titles. And then I know we mentioned it. You hadn't played it yet, Dave the Diver. I just saw they have a Godzilla add-on coming for Dave the Diver, which I'm curious.
I downloaded it right before I got Prince of Persia, so I have not played anything but Prince of Persia since.
Yeah,
it's a nice break from Prince of Persia if you're frustrated from it. You know, it's a nice easy little time waster. It doesn't require a lot of your attention.
There's a game that's on sale right now. I just downloaded it on the Xbox last night. It's called Laika Aged Through Blood. It's a Metroidvania game, but do you remember those I can't think of the name of the game. It's like a motorcycle game where you had to do stunts and all that kind. Do you remember that game, Kim?
Oh, like Excite Bike, one of those.
Was it like Trials or something like that? Trials maybe?
Fusion. Okay. Yeah, Trials. So it's a combination of you're on a bike, a motorcycle the whole time, you're shooting and you're doing stuff, but it's a Metroidvania game.
Oh wow!
And it looks really, really cool. It's on sale right now. I was waiting for it to come to Switch, but the Switch version got pushed back. I was like, all right, I'll just play it on the Xbox.
Yeah, those are my kryptonite as motorcycle games on the Xbox and the PlayStation. I end up flying over the handlebars, a good 80% of the time. I am not good on a motorcycle on a console. That was what I didn't care for the last Just Cause because it was it was all motorcycle in the mountains, and it was very frustrating.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm better on console motorcycles than real motorcycles. What's your favorite Metroidvania game of all time?
I mean, really, you'd have to go with Metroid. The original. I mean, you can't beat the original with Dr. Light and the crew. I mean, it kicked off the genre. So I would say it is the leader.
I got to say my favorite. Can you know my favorite? See how well you know me.
Well, obviously Metroid, Castlevania.
Which
one?
Oh,
right.
That's a specific one.
Oh, Symphony?
Yeah, Symphony of the Night, exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
was fun.
I can play that game over and over, but I really like the Game Boy Advance 2D Metroidvania, Castlevania games that came out with, which there's like a collection of them now you can download on Switch, and if you haven't played those, totally worth getting. A lot of fun.
Nice.
But Ori and the Blind Forest is really, really good. Such a beautiful game. But,
yeah. I never got into the game into the Game Boy. I wasn't happy with the graphic style, and so I just waited until something better came out, and then nothing better really came out until the Switch. Sony tried a few things that just never took hold.
You have a Switch, correct?
Yeah, I have a Switch.
I totally recommend the Castlevania Advance Collection. Play Aria of Sorrow. That game is phenomenal.
Check it out.
Yeah, really good. Do you have any other questions you would like to ask Kimmy? That's what you're.
I like retro games.
No, not really.
I don't think I've ever called you Kimmy before.
No. Like Kimmy Schmidt? No.
Okay, Robert.
No, you haven't ever.
That was a great show. I missed,
that was a good show.
Kimmy Schmidt. That was fun.
Kimmy Schmidt?
Yeah. That was a good show.
John Hamm's character on that show. Have you ever watched Fargo, the TV show?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Have you seen the new season?
I've seen I'm caught up.
So his character on Fargo was that character from Kimmy Schmidt to the next level.
Yeah.
It's like the same character in a way.
Unfortunately, the season, kind of fizzled. It wasn't my favorite season. I liked a lot of the characters. John Hamm's character was great, and the lead character was great. I never remember her name. The
girl from Ted Lasso.
Yeah, from Ted Lasso.
Okay.
But the house revenge story, it took a while to get there, and then it really didn't go anywhere. Overall, it was not my favorite season of Fargo.
I agree. I think the last episode, it felt like they went in a direction, or they spent more time on a character I wasn't expecting them to spend time on. I was expecting them to wrap things up in a different way.
Yeah,
but
there was a lot of weird characters that really didn't add anything.
Fargo, though, for real.
Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, for sure. But it's like they didn't even have an alien tie-in at the end or anything,
Right. Jennifer Jason Leigh was like creepy on that show.
Very. And then what was with the guy from Old Country for No Man was in the wrong show. It's like
right.
what was he doing there? It's like I liked his character, I liked his little arc, but it's like, why were you here? What did you have to do with the overall?
Dave Foley was great.
Dave Foley was playing his character from Dick, but on steroids. His Heidelman or Heidelberg character from Dick, but with an eye patch and even more evil.
Yep.
Eye patch.
I think I've liked every season, but I don't think this one really felt like it tied into the other ones very much.
Yeah. It seemed like its own thing.
But like season 4, everybody like people don't like season 4. I'm like, that had the most. What is it? Gaetano, the bad guy. He was so evil.
Which one now? Which one was season 4? Which was the main character on that?
That's the one with Chris Rock in it.
Okay, yeah, yeah. The gangster one, yeah.
Gangster Chicago,
yeah. And that one also, that was a departure from kind of how Fargo had been. Fargo was. And it didn't. It was a good show, but it felt more like American Gangster and not Fargo.
Yeah, there was elements where it tied into the overarching Fargo universe, the movie and the show and stuff like that. So,
yeah, it had Keith Carradine in it. He's always great, Yeah. Good show. I can't recommend that show enough. We're speaking of TV and movies and stuff. Are there any other shows that you guys love that you want people to know about that you got to watch this? She doesn't watch a lot of TV shows. She's not big on.
I'm a repeat watcher.
She likes to watch Beverly Hills 90210. She's waiting for the day Carnival has Beverly Hills 90210 trivia so that she can dominate.
I will win
and destroy. I watch pretty much everything. I've been on an anime kick lately. I just finally got around to watching JoJo's Great Adventure. Everybody seemed to like JoJo, and it took me a while to get into JoJo. JoJo's very melodramatic, but it was a very fun show. Really, really fun. I finally finished all 1,000 episodes of One Piece, and I'm caught up on that. So I've been watching a lot of anime lately.
A lot,
yeah.
I've tried.
Yeah.
I can't. Personally, for me, it's not my thing, but that's okay.
Sure. Everybody's got their thing.
It's just another interest, and that's, Japan, we're going to be getting involved in a lot of weird. They have all kinds of great things.
Are y'all going to go to any of the theme parks in Japan too?
Oh yeah, we're gonna start with Tokyo Disney and Disney Sea because that's kind of we figure it's a bridge between American that we recognize and Japanese that is new to us. And then we're also going to do Universal Studios Japan while we're there.
That's Osaka, right?
Yeah.
Osaka.
One of my bucket list items is to go to Tokyo Disney Sea. I so want to go there so badly.
2 days there.
Yeah,
1 day
2 days.
Disneyland.
We're doing 2 days at Disney Sea.
That makes sense to me. Yeah.
We've been on everything at Disneyland a million times because I worked there and we had passes and we always did that. And then, just Universal, we've got to see their Mario stuff where, the source. Got to see it. I haven't been yet. He's been.
You
to
didn't
the
know
one in California.
I've been to Super Nintendo World in California.
Oh, yeah.
Universal California. Yeah,
It's on our channel. The videos are up there too.
Yeah,
They're in the back.
I went out and visited my parents, just a solo trip myself, and went out there and did that.
He
while I was
vlogged.
there,
It was his first solo vlog.
How was it? How's Super Nintendo World?
It's very cool. I mean, it's not a huge land. It's very like old school Toontown from Disneyland, but a little bit smaller.
They don't have a lot of room at California.
They don't.
Disney Hollywood. So
yeah, their new Epic Universe is going to be huge and amazing
In Disney World area,
Florida.
Orlando.
yeah, that's the they call it the Force Park, but it's not. I don't consider Volcano Bay a real theme park. It's a water park. All right,
It's a water park. Yeah. It's not a theme park. Yeah.
But Epic Universe is opening in like they say 25, but they officially announced it like stuff a couple of days ago. So Super Nintendo World is definitely one of the areas, and it's going to have a Donkey Kong Country minecart attraction. And I've been dreaming about that since I was like a kid playing that game. I'm excited for that. There's a Dark Universe, which is like the Universal Monsters.
Yeah, they're still trying to keep their Universal Monsters franchise alive. They're Dracula and Wolfman and
Yeah.
They look different though, of course.
Yeah.
What else is there's what is it? The How I Train Your Dragon? How to Train Your Dragon?
And they're doing Harry Potter, kind of a combination Wizarding World and Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. Yeah, they're going to be, and it's going to be themed after Paris, which is more from Fantastic Beasts.
Right. Okay. And then the main area you come into is called Celestial Park. Everything's based on like astronomy, and there's like a dueling like star coaster. I'm like, that looks cool.
Yeah, it's a very Disneyland looking setup. They have their central. It's a very hub and spoke setup that they have set up, and which works.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Playing the flow, and you can see in some of the design layouts that they were showing on Tim's videos. He's showing it, and they've got it all underground, which you got to have there to get everybody around fast.
Yeah,
you got to have those networks set up now because they're going to need them.
Yeah, that's something they can't do in California that they're able to do in Florida because they have so much more room.
We already have our undergrounds; they're there, but
I've been to the one in Magic Kingdom. We've been into the corridor.
You have you been in there?
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
We did.
She's been
the one at Disneyland,
and there's. I've been through a lot of secret tunnels under there.
Yeah. We did like a tour, and they took us down there and they walked us around. It was very interesting.
Yeah. I just went up with my job. We had to get from one side of the park to the other really fast.
That's true.
We're waiting for the end of the fireworks, so we came up under a hole. It was really weird. Suddenly be at the castle.
You got to avoid that huge crowd trying to leave.
Yeah. Well, I was working. I was trying to get to the picture spot to get ready to take 1,000 pictures. I loved working at Disneyland. It was fun. It was really good time.
So
I missed it.
This is I'm jealous of you working there too. I'm a big Disney nerd too. So Disney parks is one of my big things. You can look behind me. You can see a bunch of Disney shit.
Well, that's why our channel is Escape Adventure with Robin and Steve. It's ears because we were planning on having a lot more Disney content, but then COVID happened, and it just it made travel a lot harder at the time, so we just didn't get as much Disney as we were planning to.
Yeah,
ears. Okay, that totally. That's great. I love that.
Yeah,
we had to do something, but I'm glad cruising's back. I mean, we were able to. People are getting sick out there. You just got to use a lot of caution and wash your darn hands. And I say that, but I still get sick.
Yeah.
Or you have a really good disability plan at work because I had to take 2 weeks off. I had to. I couldn't work. I was exhausted.
Yeah,
I was in my line of work. I got to be alert. Yeah.
Cool. Any questions you would like to ask, Kimmy?
Gosh, I was thinking about. Yeah, I just missed the cruise. I want to be back.
I know.
Yeah.
How was it already like a month and a half ago that we were on the ship? It's crazy.
I know. It seems so weird, but I mean, it's hard to keep up the pace with the videos, but I'm trying to keep up as much as I can. Like tomorrow's is not yet in the bag. It's gonna, get finished Probably Friday night, a long session.
58 more days till we leave on the Valiant Lady on Version.
We count down every day.
Yeah.
Can't wait to experience that.
Yeah,
we're looking forward
to watch those videos.
This will be our first experience on an adult only cruise. So that'll be a whole different experience.
Pajama night.
Yeah. What you got to do is you got to do it back to back on a Disney cruise, and then
a Virgin.
Yes,
right, exactly.
Get that total.
Yes,
total yin yang network.
Another problem with Disney cruises, is they have no drink package, obviously, which isn't a huge problem. But the biggest problem is their Wi-Fi is they charge you, per gig.
Mm-hmm. That's
they don't have an all-in Wi-Fi policy, program in Disney, so that's problematic.
Exactly.
I don't remember, but how big is drinking on a Disney cruise? Do they have a lot of bars?
They don't. They certainly have them, obviously, but so it's like 5 or 6 compared to the 20 that you're going to find on a Carnival ship or the new Icon.
Yeah, they have them. They have their English style pub that serves snacks, and they do trivia there for adults. And they have a couple of places where they do their tastings, which are a great way to get loaded on one of those ships for not bad. It's a pretty good day.
Yeah, we got pretty drunk at a wine tasting.
Yes, we did.
I know on the Vista one time I did a bourbon class.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I got so drunk during that class because they just kept on giving you bourbon. You got to make your own blend at the end.
Oh, nice!
I get notes of woods and licorice.
Yeah, we missed out on that on the Jubilee. We were going to sign up for some other classes. And
it was hard to get in because it's so new, but you just, it just means we have to go again.
I wish I'd known about the cooking class thing, the Carnival.
They were full.
I would have loved to do that.
Yeah, they filled up super fast. We were looking at them, and it's like, well, we don't want to do cupcake. That was all that's left by the time we were able to sign up.
I know how to make a cupcake.
I don't even really like cupcakes that much. I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't. It's too sweet. I would be eating all the frosting, I'm sure. But
where's the for your cupcake, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't get one. I would need a replacement. Mine has been stolen by elves.
That's like when we were in Cozumel doing the drink making classes. Like they have a station. Every station has your bottles of alcohol. It's like, oh, mine's empty. I need a refill.
It's a Tabasco Masters cooking class in Cozumel. It's at the Dolphinaris. You can book it when you're on Carnival. Otherwise, I think you might be able to book it straight through them too, but fantastic excursion.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just standing around making drinks in the hot sun. But I mean, it's shade, but it's right there. They feed you, you make food, they give it to you to eat. You're, having a good old day. By the time you're ready to leave, they throw you in a cab and you're back.
They have a pool there. You can hang out by the pool.
We've been on Cozumel so many times recently. We always wound up going to one of the all-inclusive, like Mr. Sancho's or Paradise Beach.
Love it.
But in September when we went, our friends were going to come with us, but they wound up staying on the ship longer. So we actually went to a place that we saw on Ordinary Adventures when they were there. It was like this place that had these giant ice cream alcoholic drinks. Sailor or something. There's the main tattoo shop on the island is in that area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
But it's a great little place. I even found their sticker and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Did you? I love that.
Very cool.
And then our friends met us up there later. We walked around. It's closer to where the big square is. So we walked around there and told everybody, no, we don't want to buy your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say no so many times. You're like, oh no.
I know. I know. Just have to be strong and just say it. Just no, thank you.
Exactly.
No gracias.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm good.
I think it was called Margarita House and Restaurant.
What was it called?
Margarita House and Restaurant, or Wet Wendy's. Wet Wendy's.
That was it.
Yeah, sorry.
Wet Wendy's.
Look out for the photo.
I think I remember seeing that video. Yeah.
Was it Lake Wendy's?
Wet Wendy's.
Wet Wendy's.
Wet Wendy's.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I do remember that. I do remember that. Okay. Right.
There you go.
We'll check. We haven't been there in Cozumel, so we'll certainly check that out. And we go there a lot, obviously. And you cruise out of Galaxy, and you're going to go to Cozumel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're going back to our itinerary for the September. It's Cozumel, Costa Maya, something else.
Yeah.
I think it's Honduras.
Rotan. Yeah.
Rotan, yeah.
Rotan.
Yeah, Rotan. Yeah.
It's either going to be Rotan or it's going to be Mahogany Bay, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is one of the others. But, I mean, if they keep crashing into the docks, they're going to have to pick other places. Or if the wind keeps up, who knows?
Yeah,
but
that's our itinerary on Norwegian as well. And speaking of Norwegian, we're happy Norwegian is now going out of Galveston.
Right?
And they're bringing their bigger ships into Galveston. They're bringing.
We might have to look into that too, because I would love to go on a Norwegian ship.
Yeah.
And out of Galveston, I mean, it's right there. Just hop on.
Norwegian's our favorite cruise line.
Because you guys are in San Antonio, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So for us, it's great because like Galveston is literally like
an hour,
50 minutes away from us.
Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't take very long.
Yeah.
I did go on a cruise one time with my uncle. We went on the Big Red Boat, which was the same
first Disney cruise.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we went on the ship that they used for the Love Boat.
Well, the Big Red Boat was the first Disney ship.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah. I had pictures of my family on that ship.
Yeah.
But we went on the I don't remember what the cruise ship that was used for Love Boat. We were on that ship.
Regal Princess, I believe. Is it the Regal?
Yeah, it was the Regal.
Because the Regal Beagle was the bar.
Pacific Princess.
That's right. Yeah. And the Regal Beagle was the bar.
It was very interesting to be on that. I'm like, oh, this looks very familiar.
Right.
I think that ship is gone out of commission now.
It is.
But my uncle was a travel agent for a little bit. But growing up, my grandma and her sister, they owned a travel agency. And I used to spend a lot of time during the summer with them in Florida. They lived in Coconut Beach, Coconut, somewhere. It's near Fort Lauderdale area. And Pompano Beach, that's what it was. And man, we spent a lot of times on cruises when I was young.
Yeah.
Bored. There's nothing more boring than being on a cruise in the 80s with your grandmother.
Right?
Yeah.
I gotta tell you.
They didn't have quite as a robust kids program as they do now.
Probably not.
No.
I remember one cruise, I was like 10-ish. We were, the kids program, they stuck us in the theater and made us watch The Gods Must Be Crazy too. I remember that. I'm like, that is not a movie for kids to be watching.
No, it is not.
No.
It was just the weird. I mean, now if you take a kid on a cruise, they're happy not to be around you, you know?
Right.
Like, there's so much stuff for them to do.
Exactly.
Not just Disney, but all, except everybody but Virgin, but they all have for different age groups and everything. So if you're out there and you have kids and you want to go on a cruise, you probably see less of your kids on the cruise than you would at home.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that goes doubly for Disney. You know,
Disney, you see less kids.
Like we saw less kids on Disney than we saw on the Allure of the Seas.
Yeah.
Wow. Because they have a whole floor to themselves, basically.
Yeah.
They're busy, and then when they bring them to the meal, they stand there and they cut their meat for them. And I mean, service.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you're going to get with Disney.
Yeah.
I don't have to work and actually cut my own meat.
Right? Oh, I have to cook? Yuck. Yeah. Nobody wants to cook. That's, go on a cruise. It's like I always think of cruises as summer camp for adults.
Yeah.
It
basically is.
Yeah,
there's something to do, and I mean, you don't have to drink if you don't want to. There's plenty of other things to do, but drinking is great if you want to do it. We spent a couple days
for you.
Really in the bowl, but
and like if you're not having a good time on a cruise, it's probably your fault. Obviously there's exceptions to that, like if you a major sewage explosion in your cabin. That's one understandable. I had a really crappy cruise. So pun intended.
Literally,
Pun intended for sure.
But generally, if you're not having a good time on a cruise, just do something else, because there's something you're going to find that you're going to enjoy.
I totally, I 100% agree with that. We love cruising. So if you're out there listening to the show and it's something you've never done before, give it a fucking shot, man. You might be. There's stuff for everybody to do. If you're into, if you're into eating, if you're into drinking, or you just want to hang out at the pool, there's something for everybody to do, And if you're like if you're a metalhead and you want to check out a cruise, go on 70K because it gets you the best of everything, and it gives you that experience of being on a cruise and then going to see your fucking favorite band.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it doesn't get better than that.
And hanging out a lot of the times too. A lot of times they just hang out. Rick, at the beginning when they were smaller, we were just part of another cruise. It was like maybe 1,200 people, and he'd come out and, I mean, he'd just work his head off, and he would come and sing in the piano bar all night, and, you know, he'd take over and put the guy's tip jar out, and everybody's filling it.
One of our favorite places to hang out on any cruise is the piano bar.
Piano bar. That was fun. We went with you guys the last night of the cruise, last thing we did. And that was a lot of fun.
That was our only time we spent at the piano bar that cruise.
Yeah, the whole time.
Yeah.
We
went there one other night, but it's a good piano bar performer makes the cruise for us.
Was he really drinking, do you think? All those shots?
That was a lot of shots that dude did.
Oh, wait, don't say that he drank any shots. We made the vow. I forgot.
That's right.
Forgive me. Oh, well.
He was drinking water, I think.
Yeah, totally water.
Brown watery shots.
Brown water. Yeah. He was great, though.
The brown water. Don't drink the brown water in Mexico.
Yeah. No, don't drink the water. Don't even put your lips on a can. No.
It's crazy.
Straws.
Bad news.
Yeah. Or it's real bad news.
Do you have any final advice you have for anybody who either wants to start their own channel or go on a cruise?
Well, people who want to go on a cruise, you know, my biggest profession is that you can take a cruise. You can set, way in advance. You could set up payment plans, even with them if you're, halfway decent credit. If you need that, set it up. Put down a small deposit. Find a sale. Put down your $25. Let it ride. If something happens and you have to cancel, just make sure you cancel by that date and you're not out anything with $25. You can pay it slowly, set up a savings account. Yep. $25 a paycheck. You'll have it paid off at the time.
We'll put our deposit down every month. We'll put more money onto it until it's paid off. Yeah. And here's a little pro tip. If you have a Target near you, and you have the Target red card, not the credit card, but the debit card, they sell $100 Carnival gift cards at Target. We go and buy those, and then we put it towards our cruise, and we'll save 5%.
Right.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Exactly.
Totally.
Yep.
Absolutely great way to save
your drinks. There you
go. Yeah. Pay get into a points card. Any type of card that you can get into with points. Gather those points. Every time we go on a cruise, we gamble a little, but we use points. This time around, we used $300 to pay towards the drink package because it's not cheap. But we wanted to have it because it was New Year's. Yeah. So we did it. And, it's a great way to make it affordable, and everyone can take a cruise. Yep. Find one you like. Find a metalhead cruise. Find anything. Yeah. It is a great way to see the world.
Exactly. There's a cruise for every interest. Yeah.
Always some. Maybe it's not the Backstreet Boys. Maybe it's death metal, wild music.
Exactly.
I like all music except country.
I want to see a cruise with Backstreet Boys and death metal.
It's possible.
That's a wild. One thing I want to say about when you do book a cruise, always buy some insurance, because you never know what's going to happen. You could get sick, your job, whatever.
Anything.
It's not that much money, and it's worse. Worse the money is worth the hassle. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're talking about a cruise. I mean, okay, so we had the last cruise we were booked on the Breeze. Mm-hmm. This is where we met Scott and Sam. Is we found out that the Breeze was going to have like a country music festival on board.
Yeah.
After we had booked it, we're like, yeah, it's not for us. So finally, we called Carnival and like, what can we do? And the girl on the phone was super nice. She's like, well, what I could do is I don't remember how it came to this, but she's like, the Vista is leaving the next day. It's like on a Sunday, and for $150, I can book you on the Vista Extra. We're like, done.
Yeah, done.
Went from a 5-day to a 7-day too. So we're like, all right, done.
Better yet,
let's take it.
Yeah.
5-day cruise is still too short.
5 days is too short.
5 days cruises feel way too short. It's got to be at least a 7 day.
Yeah,
that's like Margaritaville. Those 2 day cruises, I could never fly to Florida for a 2 day cruise.
I don't know if I want to go on a
No.
Talk about
we've watched them do it. I mean, I think Ben and David did it. They didn't care for it at all.
If I lived in Florida and wanted to do something for the weekend, absolutely.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's cheaper than a hotel at that
right.
point.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. They have some sales. They had some sales. I was looking, and they were running 39 out of Florida
Morgan,
for 3 nights.
Morgan, unofficial travel guide. He's from Germany. We watch him.
He's another
cruise vlogger we watch a lot.
The very unofficial travel guides.
Yeah, very unofficial travel guides.
He's funny.
He's real good.
He goes everywhere too, not just cruising. He does a lot, but he definitely has a huge catalog as well.
Yeah,
we watch so many vloggers. Like we really watch them. And I think we watch more YouTube than television now.
Well, that's not hard right now because there's no programs because the actors and writers strike has resulted in no fall programming. But slowly but surely.
Yeah, definitely. Kiss has a cruise. I know that they were doing. I think they've kind of wound up their stuff. I'm not sure if they're still going to be doing those, but
I think Kiss is done. They're only they've paid a bunch of money to become like holograms or something. I don't know.
You never know.
It's whatever.
Right.
It's rock and roll.
So I'm gonna let you move soon, but I want let you give this time, let people know where they can find you, find out more information about your show and all that good stuff.
Well, definitely you can find us on YouTube. Our channel name is Escape Adventures with Robin and Steve. You'll get it if you type in Escape Adventures with. Most times it pops up these days. We have a Facebook group. It's also under Escape Adventures with Robin and Steve. We have Instagram. We're on there. Same name. And TikTok. Then TikTok, we do some on there. Not a ton. I'm not too TikTok-y yet, but I'm working on it. Yeah. I got to master the short. I'm trying to get more shorts up for just little blurbs. And they're coming out real cute. My one... Steve did one. He did a short, and it got like 4,000 views.
YouTube likes shorts.
They like shorts.
YouTube is trying to compete. YouTube's trying to compete with TikTok and the others, so they're pushing their short
reels and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Did one of I caught Kindle Fire doing a race with another employee, and I set it to Pink Floyd. And the shorts are fun because you can use the music, which I love.
Right. Yeah.
So I'll stick the Escape song in there or whatever, and just I can manage to get that by. But you can find us there. Come and find us. Say hello. We're all about building a community of people who love to cruise. Or if you have questions, send them through. Give us a like. Definitely subscribe. We would love that.
I was about to say, subscribe to their channel. They're trying to get to a milestone right now, so let's help them. If you're listening,
we're getting closer.
Yeah.
Just go there and subscribe. It doesn't cost you a penny.
Nope.
And we would appreciate it. These guys are really cool.
Thanks. Oh, you guys are the greatest.
And you guys are fantastic.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's so fun. Of course, you can find us on all over the internet at Metal Geeks. We're at metalgeeks.net. On our Facebook, we have the Metal Geek Society group, which is a lot of fun.
Yes.
We do a lot of memes and heavy metal and video games, all kinds of just geeky stuff. We are on, so we said Facebook and Instagram, and I think that's about it right now. We're not doing the X Twitter anymore. That's done for us.
We're
not getting into anything there, but
that's either.
But I didn't want to see the drama.
Right, and of course you can download our podcast anywhere, any place where you can get your podcast, any podcatcher that you use, or on Spotify, Apple Music, all that stuff. Which I think is going to YouTube Music soon. That's changing, so
sweet.
We'll have to figure some of that stuff out. But thanks again to Robin and Steve for hanging out with us in this episode.
Thanks for having me.
I see your name, Kimmy. Kim, the voice from the other room.
Yep.
Thank you for being here as well. And as always, we always say to our fans, keep it geeky.
Keep it
metal.
Keep it metal.
And keep it cruisy. Or how about keep it boozy? We can do that.
Boozing
and cruising.
Boozing and cruising.
Yeah.
That'd be a great channel name.
Yeah, exactly.
Boozing. I think there's one out there.
I can't imagine it's not taken.
Sure.
Right?
Exactly.
All right, guys. So thanks for hanging out with us again on the Metal Geeks podcast. It's been a blast. Had a lot of fun talking about cruising because in my group, we're the only ones that really do it.
Well, got to have more people. Absolutely. You know, come along.
That's right.
It's been great being here with you. We really enjoy it. Yeah.
So, just in case, let's let everybody know where they can find more information about you guys.
Great. So definitely our YouTube channel is the best place to find us, but we are at under Escape Adventures with Robin and Steve. And you type in Escape Adventures with and we'll pop up. You can see us there. Also Facebook groups. We've got our Escape Adventures with Robin and Steve there. And then we also have Instagram and we actually are on Threads too. And then TikTok we are on.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You guys look like TikTokers.
I've been working on some of those cute little dances, but I haven't put any up yet.
You do a mean floss. That's about it.
You got to see that. I want to see.
We like to dance. Yeah. Oh God, I can't do that. Oh no.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. And as always, we always say at the end of the show, keep it metal, keep it geeky, and now we can say, keep it cruisy.
Exactly.
Keep it cruisy.
Keep it cruisy.
Or something like that. Well, guys, thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Oh, thank you too. Absolutely. Our pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Take it easy.
Hey, Geekazoids. Thanks for listening to another fine podcast brought to you by MSR Productions. All rights reserved, blah, 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 blah. For reviews, archives of our podcasts, and all your other metal geekery needs, please visit metalgeeks.net. Keep it geeky. Keep it metal.